We're actually talking this morning with the Ladies Auxiliary to the Veterans of Foreign Wars for the Department of Georgia. And I'm with Leanne Limley, the National President, and Mickey Rogers, the Georgia President. And we're very excited to get to talking with them this morning. But I want to talk on first how Miss Leanne Limley, she normally in the past has gone to Atlanta or Savannah or some of these larger places in Georgia. But you guys have chosen to bring her to Albany. So tell us about the significance.
Well, I'm from Albany, and every year when the national president visits Georgia, the president at the present time decides where they go, and they normally will go to Savannah or Atlanta, places of that nature. So I wanted to bring her to our hometown and show her what we have to offer and things here that she could do. And so far, I think she's been a little impressed.
Very impressed.
Well, you certainly do have a long list of things that you have to do while you're here in Albany. But before we touch on that, I want to hear about how much you have to travel, because you told me that the term lasts for 1 year, and you have quite a bit to do within that year.
Absolutely. Besides our national meetings, we also visit every single state, which is called a department, which is Mickey as president of the Department of Georgia. But Washington, D.C. is also a department, so there's 51. I have to visit all 51 during my tenure. This is state 38. So I've been on the road since July 30th. It's wonderful meeting the Ladies Auxiliary and Veterans of Foreign Wars members and hearing what they do within their own communities. We all know what they do on the national level with their volunteerism and their fundraising and all. Our primary duty, of course, is to take care of our veterans, our active duty military, and their families, as well as our involvement within the community. So I'm here to tell them how much they're appreciated and thank them for what they do within the organization.
What an experience to get to travel and to meet all of these veterans and the people involved. I mean, it just must be incredible. And traveling since July. Yes. And do you ever get a break, or is it one state right after the other?
Start out most generally, it's a 2-week period that I'm out, and I do 5 or 6 departments. Go home for a day or two to repack the suitcases, as you can imagine.
Yes, do some laundry.
And take off again. Yeah, absolutely. I'm very fortunate that I have a husband who, though he's not a member, we have had 2 sons in Iraq, 1 in Afghanistan. He understands thoroughly why I'm doing this. And as every auxiliary member has to be a family member to a veteran to be eligible for our organization. So most generally, all of the auxiliary members understand what it's like in one way or another, whether they're a mother, a sister, a wife. It doesn't matter. We all have that same feeling of what we need to do for our veterans.
Wonderful.
And once it's in your heart, this year's theme is Serving from the Heart for Our Veterans that I chose. And it's something that every one of our members does every single day in every single way. They serve from their hearts not only for our veterans and military, but within their communities. They do so much volunteerism within the communities.
And we're going to be learning more about that volunteerism in just a little bit. If you'd like more information, you can go to ladiesauxvfw.org, and that is the national website for this organization. But we're going to be learning more and how they're doing things locally right here in Albany when we come back. Over to you, Chris. Well, I'm back talking with Leanne Limley, National President of the Ladies Auxiliary to the Veterans of Foreign Wars for the Department of Georgia, and Mickey Rogers, the Georgia President. And this is a national organization, and Miss Leanne was just telling how she has been traveling all over, visiting all the different chapters of this organization. And we want to know about some of the programs that you guys offer.
Within the national organization, we have various programs. The primary one, of course, is our Veterans and Family Support, which is to care for those veterans in active duty. We also have our Cancer Aid and Research program, which we try to gain $3 million every year through the donations of our members. And a lot of this money goes to the research facilities in order to find a cure, because cancer affects all of us. And we also have our scholarship program, which affects the youth. And we have various scholarships I start out with our Voice of Democracy for our high school students, an oral essay. We have Patriots Pen for more of the junior high level. We have local ones called Americanism, I Love Americana and various things like that in the different departments. So we have the art contest for artists. So scholarships range quite a bit. Our Voice Democracy is $30,000. So within the local communities, they get involved in this also. So Mickey can tell you about what's going on here.
We'd love to hear what's happening in Albany.
Well, we do also, you know, it's nationwide with all the programs. We work with our youth. We visit the hospitals, the VA hospitals, with the veterans there. We provide parties for them. Christmas, we go in and at Christmas time and provide them with gifts. We visit nursing homes that some of our veterans may be in. We do work with the Cancer Aid and Research, raise a lot of money for that. It's just a lot that we do that people don't realize that we're doing. A lot of times when they think about a VFW post or whatever, and they know that most VFW posts have a canteen or whatever, there's just a lot of people sitting around in there drinking and telling war stories. Well, you know, some of them do come in and talk with each other because that's the only person that knows them. Somebody that's been actually in combat. But we do a lot of work with our veterans, with their families, with the youth, in the hospitals, and raising money for Cancer Aid and Research.
Wonderful. Well, there is so much that we could just talk about. You guys are just in everything, and we really appreciate all of the work that you're doing, and so glad that we were able to learn more about it this morning. If you guys would like more information, you can call 883-9950, or you can go to their national website. It's Ladies Ladies AUXVFW. Should have seen it scrolling on the screen throughout the interviews, and to find more information. And we again thank you so much for all you guys are doing, and it was lovely talking with you this morning.
Thank you for having us here, Kelly.
Thank you for having us.
All right, Carrie, on over to you.